So Jasmine Crockett says that a lot of Republicans come up to her and they tell her that they really, really like her. Are you buying that? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the very controversial Democratic House rep from Texas, Jasmine Crockett, saying that a lot of Republicans come up to her while she's out and about doing her daily chores, minding her business, and they tell her that they really, really like her. Now, she made these comments on Jim Acosta's program. I guess he has a podcast like everybody else and their grandmama in 2025. But here's the $1 million question, as I asked from the beginning. Here is the $1 million question. Do you think she's telling the truth, or is she lying or exaggerating, not really giving you the full details? You know what I think? I think there is a certain level of truth. I have my opinion. I'll get to that a little bit later. But I think there is a certain level of truth to what she's saying, probably because of how popular she is. I mean, nobody can deny that she's very popular. Now, does that mean that these Republicans that she say come up to her would vote for her? I don't know about that. That might be a bridge too far. But I think there are some people who come up to her and they want to get a picture and stuff like that, and they are on the right side of the aisle. Now, before I go too far into it, let's get to a couple of clips. The first one is going to be with April Ryan. Okay, you guys may or may not recognize her. I think at one point she was a White House reporter. Anyway, this is going to be about why Trump got elected, in their opinion. Then we're going to get to the Jim Acosta clip in which she says a lot of Republicans actually like her. And of course, both clips will be in the description. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
The economy was the reason the Donald Trump won the election. It was supposed to be.
You don't agree with that, huh? I guess you don't think the economy was the reason. I think the economy was most certainly a big part of the reason why Trump succeeded. Let's see what they come to a conclusion on.
Before, it was supposed to be about fraud, waste, and abuse. Donald Trump won the election on the economy, but look at what's happening right now.
I mean, I hear you. I'm not going to say all the reasons he won. I think he won more so because there was a lack of education out there for people to truly understand how things work.
So there you go. Okay. I think he won because the people are just dumb. They didn't know anything. They're just ignorant, didn't have the information.
Right? Like people being frustrated about the inflation that we did endure and that we still were kind of suffering the remnants of, didn't necessarily fully understand or want to understand that it was a global inflation that we were struggling with because of the global pandemic, because we live by global supply chains. Now, I think people are getting educated in the moment, right?
The economy was.
Okay, so that's why she thinks President Trump won again. The reality is people did not like the direction of the country. It did not like the policy. And the most important thing, in my humble opinion, was that border. Y'all left that border wide open and let every Tom, Dick, and Harry from all over God's green earth to come in here. Straight up criminals, people that were not wanted in their home countries were flushed upon us. And we got to deal with it. Just regular, everyday people. We got to deal with the consequences of your open border policy. What we voted for, in large part, in my humble opinion, was to reverse that. Okay. Now let's get to the Jim Acosta clip here. And of course, again, both clips will be in the box. Check it out.
Republicans poll all the time. And I have no idea what all is happening in their polling, but I can tell you in real life that I've had a number of Republicans that approach me as they see me out and they say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I really like you. Like we come from completely different parties. But I believe that you are fighting for the people. I believe that you are trying to do what's best for all of us. I may disagree with like how you feel like we get there, but I agree with your fight. And I think that that's what's scary for them is this idea that it's not just, say, Black folk that are listening to me, right? Republicans poll all the time.
Okay, so there we go. You know what's happening, because what I gather from that is that it was white Republicans, non-Black Republicans, and then some Black people in general will come up to her, but they're not necessarily Republican. What's happening, in my opinion, is that they are entertained by her. they probably enjoy watching clips of her, but that's pretty much where it's going to stop. And I get some of the same thing, though. People come up to me and say, hey, you know what? I'm a liberal, but I watch you because I think that you're entertaining. I like your take on certain things. I don't agree with everything you say or the majority of it, but I appreciate you and what you put out there to the public. I get the same thing. And Trump also gets that. So it's not just a whole black entertainer thing, because Trump gets that as well. They say he's the most entertaining politician ever, and he is effective. Now, in the case of Jasmine Crockett, the entertainment piece, she has it for sure. Nobody can deny that. She goes around this whole US of A speaking, and she's in high demand. She's in high demand because people enjoy hearing her talk. They are entertained. They appreciate her being able to speak. Okay. And you know who they didn't appreciate was Kamala. Listen, Jasmine Crockett might try to run for president. Oh, don't, hey, it's gonna, they're gonna have an exploratory committee. They're gonna try it. Yes, they will. Idiocracy is here, you say? Yes. But hey, what are we to do? There's an audience for her. There's people that want to see her talk, people that want to watch videos like this. So what are you going to do? Do I think that she'll be successful in being able to become the president? I don't think so. It's not enough Republicans who find her entertaining who are going to change their political opinion based on her being entertaining to go vote for her. Because one thing about trying to become the president, you got to get both sides of the aisle, really all sides of the aisle, not just left, right, but those who are undecided, your swing people, your swing states. That's what Trump was able to do in his past election. He won all the swing states. It was a swing state sweep. Can you do that if you're Jasmine Crockett and really what you bring to the table is strictly entertainment and not much on the political side? You could say that we're uneducated about the political system, but educate us. Tell me why we need to have, on the bare minimum, low end, 20 million illegal aliens poured to the country within the 4-year period of time. And tell me why they shouldn't be deported. Tell me why we should be supporting a guy like Kilmar Abrigo Garcia, MS-13 gang member, wife beater, human trafficker. Why should we support bringing this guy, quote unquote, back to Maryland? Tell us why that makes any sense. I don't think she'll make that connection. Therefore, I don't really see how she presses forward. But hey, who do they have right now in the Democratic Party? Who do they have right now? If it's not Gavin Newsom and it's not Big Mike, then who? AOC just as bad as Jasmine Crockett, and Bernie Sanders is 1,000 years old. He might not make it the next day, let alone the next 2 or 3 years. But look, as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Jasmine Crockett. She is an entertaining person. People enjoy hearing her speak. But will that translate into success politically? She's a House rep out there in Texas, obviously. So you've accomplished that goal. But what's next? Could you become the governor of Texas? Can you imagine Jasmine Crockett being the governor of Texas? If she cannot become the governor of Texas, then how can she become the president? How can she ascend to a higher place than what she is? She is useful to the Democrats because people enjoy hearing her speak, so they'll pay attention, and she's able to get certain messaging out there to the public because of her platform. But beyond that, I don't really see her political value. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about what Jasmine Crockett said about Republicans coming up to her and telling her that they like her a lot? You think she's lying? Is she telling the truth? Is she exaggerating? Downplaying it? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I don't think she's lying about that. I think some have come up to her. They want to get pictures. And you know what? You know, the funny part, you know how I know she can't be lying with 100% certainty is because I've seen people that I know, Republicans, take pictures with her, hugged up. Hey, guess who I met? I've seen it. So when they're coming up to her, asking her for the picture, they're going to be nice to try and get the picture. Hey, you know, I really enjoy you. I think you're cool. I like your snazzy attitude, all this. They're going to say all of that. They get the picture. They're going to say all of that to just be able to meet someone who they enjoy watching on the internet. That's the reality, in my humble opinion. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.